Yo, peep this. You just clicked on Let's View It, and I'm Tyrone Cross. Welcome to my channel, so you already know. Let's view it. 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 What's up, real ones? You guys already know what it is. This is Let's View It, where you can find me giving my reactions and my genius opinion and perspective about our crazy world. But just in case you're sitting there and going, well, what is it? Then that must mean you're a virgin clicker. And if that's you, then you're new to the crew and we welcome you. Here on Let's View It, it's a family thing. And all I ask for you to be part of this family is after this video, if you like how I do what I do, please subscribe, help support this channel, because right now I got a goal to try to reach 1,000 subs by September 30th. And with your help, I know I will do it, or at least come close, or maybe even pass it. But either way, I'm just going to keep grinding and keep making real videos for my real people, which are my real viewers. Because this channel ain't for no sissy lalas. I warned you. So now let me get into this video. This video is gonna be entertaining, and I don't even have to try because transgenders do all the work for me. Because when they get emotional, they get long-winded. When they get long-winded, they say multiple stupid things. And the more emotional they are, the stupider it sounds. So let me have the pleasure to present to you Trans Rants. So you already know, let's view it.
Collusion or in partnership with a white supremacist patriarchal system. How specific is that? If you're not a cisgender, heterosexual, rich, white man or white woman who wants to be in partnership with an imperialist, white supremacist, capitalist, patriarchal system, they're coming for you. And if you want to be, if you're that white woman who wants to be in partnership with that, they're coming for you too, girl. You don't have, if you don't want, you're not going to have rights over what you can do with your body. What we're seeing now with reproductive rights, doctors are afraid to do anything. Women's lives, women are coming in with ectopic pregnancies, and the doctors, because of laws right now, are afraid to do anything because they don't want to go to jail or lose their license with all these abortion bans. So people's lives are in danger because of these anti-abortion laws. That is happening right now. And there needs to be a groundswell of a movement of us to push these corrupt politicians who are all bought and paid for by special interests to do something about it.
Sorry, but some of these transgenders and their voices, I have to pause it just to let my ears reset. There's something about a man trying to sound like a woman that just makes the most terrible sound. Like if there was a dying hippopotamus in the jungle, I would be like, shh, be quiet. There's a trans woman around. But through all those annoying noises, let's decipher some of what those noises meant. Now, right out the gate, he says, if you're not a white, rich, heterosexual male, they're coming for you. And now, maybe this makes me look dumb, but I'm uncertain exactly what he means by that. Does he mean they're coming to kill us? Or is he saying they have orgasms on our behalf? But either way, it's really strange that every rich, white, heterosexual male is coming for us. Now, before I let him finish his rant, because I will let him finish his rant, I gotta point out his lies. Now, either transgenders think we're the stupidest people in the world, or they're the stupidest people in the world. Because his point of an ectopic pregnancy didn't make any sense. Now, for those that don't know what an ectopic pregnancy is, simply put, is when the baby is being born outside the uterus. Now, what he said is, women are having these problems and doctors won't even help them. That's completely not true. You want to know why? Because medical attention is a must and is required for an ectopic pregnancy. And you want to know another fun fact? No baby can be born that way. So why would a doctor ignore the medical health issues of an ectopic pregnancy when the baby can't live through it in the first place and it could also kill the mom? That literally makes no sense. If the baby cannot live and form through an ectopic pregnancy, is it really an abortion? And since he wants to go on and lie even further, saying doctors won't help women with ectopic pregnancies because they're scared of lawsuits and legislation, well, let's look at this how reality has it and without emotion. If an ectopic pregnancy requires medical attention and a doctor denies that medical attention, when something happens to that woman, then wouldn't the doctor be sued? Why does it sound like I'm right and he's wrong? But also, where did he even get that information from? What woman with an ectopic pregnancy came to him and said, a doctor won't help me because of abortion laws? What woman said this? What woman?
Why don't we have a national abortion legislation that would protect abortion rights, right? We're relying on the courts. We should have had that years ago. We should have legislation, an Equality Act that protects LGBTQ people from discrimination on a federal level that we don't have right now. We should have a PRO Act that protects labor rights that we don't have right now because of corrupt politicians and media that manufactures consent and keeps us at each other's throats. Stop. Love each other. Stop giving in to the
Stop! Love each other! Look, I can accept that you're a man that wants to live as a woman, but do you have to sound like a teenage boy going through puberty? Is that a must too? Oh, it is? Then proceed.
My existence, me just wanting to exist on the planet is not a threat to you. And you wanting to exist on the planet is not a threat to me unless you want to take away my rights and take away my ability to exist on my own terms. We're not a threat to each other unless we're trying to oppress. Power, systems, corporations, moneyed interests are a threat to us in our existence. This is the Laverne that I hold back because I don't want people to think we're trans people are crazy. I'm trying to rep for my community. But I'm mad. It is ridiculous. And I'm walking around every single day knowing that there are trans people and their families fleeing states right now because they don't want their parents to be arrested for supporting their children. There are people fleeing states because they need access to reproductive health care that they can't get in their state. People are losing their lives. More and more violence is happening against women and femmes and non-binary people because of all the hate and hatred that is being spewed against trans people right now. It's so real. People are showing up at drag shows with AK-40s and AR-15s and guns.
You're fake crying. Where's the tears? Oh, I know where the tears are. Your tears and the transgenocide are hanging out together and no one can find them. But you guys know I like to keep it real, so I'm going to give him credit where credit is due. He's right. The rich people, the corporations, the bank, the media, they are controlling our thoughts, they are creating division, and they are creating all this craziness. But with that being said, I got a question for him. Which politician, rich man, or corporation is telling women that they no longer can have privacy in their bathroom? Or is telling women that their sports are no longer theirs? Oh, it's not them? It's the transgenders? Get the out of here. What I'm trying to say is, he said they're no threat and they don't take other people's rights away. But they take women's rights away. They're just trying to disguise it behind the fact that they want us to accept that they are women, so they're not taking their right away. Actually, it's their right that's been taken away. And the biggest problem about his rant was the way he ended it. He ended it sending the message of reverse hate speech. Reverse hate speech, I don't know if it's real. I think I just made it up. I'm pretty sure I just made it up. And if I didn't, I got really lucky that I guessed something that was real. So hate speech is when you speak hatefully about a community or group of people or person, right? Well, to me, reverse hate speech is when you say others hate you and it's not true. And you keep repeating this message about how everybody hates you. That to me is reverse hate speech. And that's what the trans community does all day long, especially on TikTok. They feed their community that everybody hates them, everybody's denying their existence, there's a genocide out there, and the trans community is getting brainwashed by this and just keeps repeating the same message to the community. And it just keeps growing and growing and growing. That's reverse hate speech. Nobody hates you. Okay, maybe a couple people do, but somebody hates somebody anywhere and everywhere. Just stop spreading the reverse hate speech. So she's going to do a rant in response to a comment that says, "Can a cis man be a lesbian?" This gotta be good.
Okay, so I ignored this question at first because you're not a lesbian. And to be honest, I have no issue in debating the complex nuances of lesbianism with somebody who's literally not one of us. Like, what do you know? So to be clear, this is not a debate. I'm telling you things because you don't know anything about lesbianism because, again, you're not one. You poked and prodded at me to answer this question, though, so I will do it. I don't know. I'm pretty involved with, like, queer community, queer news, queer events, and I have never, ever heard of this happening. I have never met a person who was born in a body that was gendered man, who still identifies as a man, and who says, yes, lesbianism is my experience. So to me, this question is coming across as really disingenuous. I don't think you're curious about this because it's not you definitely don't know because you're not a lesbian. And my answer is that I don't know because I'm not a cis man. If one day this conversation really did happen, a cisgender man sat down and said, I genuinely think I am a lesbian. These are my people and I'm one of you. I wouldn't do what you're doing, which is tell him that he's stupid and wrong. I would sit down and I would say, tell me about that. Tell me about your experience. Because I have never met somebody like you before, and I think this is fascinating.
I don't believe you. This guy just asked a simple question if a cis man could be a lesbian, and you made a 1.5-minute TikTok talking a bunch of nonsense. But we're supposed to believe if a cis man actually tells you he's a lesbian, you're going to sit there patiently and go, tell me more about it. I never met one of you guys. Lesbian, please. But the real true deep question of this whole thing is, couldn't you just say no? How can a man be a lesbian if a woman liking a woman is a lesbian? And why do I have to be a lesbian to be able to say that? But actually you're saying if I do claim to be a lesbian, then we can talk about it? Fine. I'm a lesbian. Now listen up, bitch.
First of all, it's THEIR. Wrong there.
First of all, I'm so tired of seeing people correct people on their comments. Do people really not get that people misspell stuff all the time? Mainly because they don't give a damn? I do it too. Sometimes I'll correct it, but sometimes I'm like, hell, you know what I'm talking about. I spell would, good, and could, W-U-D, G-U-D, C-U-D, just to save time. Do you really think I don't know how to spell those words? Stop acting like an English teacher on TikTok. You're on TikTok.
Second of all, LGBTQ is not a fucking belief. The existence of lesbians, bisexual, gay people, trans people, and queer people is not a fucking belief. That is where your fucking religious ignorance comes to play. Being LGBT and being Christian is two different fucking things. If I bring you someone who is gay, that person is not a belief. That person is a statistic. That is a fact. That person is a person. If I bring you a trans person, this person is not a belief either. This person is a real person. But go on, bring me God or Jesus.
If I bring you a Christian, that is not a belief. That is a person. If I bring you a Catholic, that is not a belief. That is a person. If I bring you a Muslim, that is not a belief. That is a person. No shit, there are people who belong to a belief system. But the belief part with the TQs is that a boy can be turned into a real girl and that a girl can be turned into a real boy. Or that you should be talking about gender and sexuality to kids. That is a belief. Or that you can swap genders every 5 minutes. That is a belief. That all goes under, unfortunately, the LGBTQ umbrella. So now what you should be worried about is how you didn't understand that. Because apparently you don't know what you believe.
That community, which I also support, is not forcing their beliefs on anyone. What they're trying to do is coexist in a life in which your religion tried to ban them from. How many people in the community back then were stoned to death in the name of God? How many people still to this day believe that being gay is something demonic? Like, you still don't see how that just sounds so fucking wrong? Like, are you that insane? Talking about praying the gay away? Like, why is that a problem? Why is being gay a problem? Right. Again, Christianity. Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, right? Fucking bigot. All the pride community wants to do is be treated as equals. They want to be able to live a normal lifestyle without being dehumanized by you. They want to be able to express themselves in a way in which they feel comfortable doing so, but they can't because of you. And then on top of that, you choose the marginalized community, the poor marginalized community, and you use them to call them P3DOs. When in reality, it is most white cis heterosexual men doing that. And the ones that has been caught doing so were all religious.
Huh? So every pedo that's been caught are all religious. Did you guys know that? I didn't know that. That's a fun fact. Apparently all the ones arrested right now in prison that aren't religious didn't know that either, or their lawyers didn't know that, and they're falsely accused and arrested. Listen up, for all the falsely accused unreligious pedophiles, let them go. How did that happen? Now, to be honest, I can't say for certain that I met a non-religious person that has something against gay people. But to be even more honest, I know many religious people that have nothing against gay people. But like I said, I don't know many people. Actually, I don't know any people that have a problem with gay people. That's just a fact. All my life, I've never heard a person that really, truly had a problem with a gay person. Not that I never heard an anti-gay slur or a gay joke, but I never seen anyone truly say they hate a gay person and they're not human, or they don't deserve to be around, or they don't deserve to be treated right. I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm just saying I never met that person.
In churches doing so. But yet you also have people within that same church wanting to exterminate people within the LGBTQ community. Like, there is so much flawed within your religion, and yet you don't even see it. So to sit here and tell me that the LGBT is forcing their beliefs is just incoherent. Now that the LGBTQ is being accepted more into society, they are out of the closet more, they're trying to express themselves freely, and trying to spread awareness to the fact that you can be born gay, you can be born trans, that is not a problem. But yet when it comes to your religious beliefs, y'all make it a problem. And being gay and transgenderism has existed throughout life. But yet you use a little man-made fairy tale book to brainwash people into thinking that being gay is a problem, that being gay is a sin, that, what? Matter of fact, to summarize it all, the only reason why the LGBTQ is this high right now is because you guys kept them quiet. And this is their comeback from their years of being dehumanized by you.
Well, if the reason why the LGBTQ is being so loud is because of whatever oppression they've been through in their lives and history, then I gotta say, I'm very disappointed in my black people. Because after everything we've been through, we should have been making so much noise, the earth was shaking. After hundreds and hundreds of years of slavery, then Jim Crow, and then whatever other racism we had to deal with throughout time, which still pops up to this day, but at least it got better. But my point being, whatever the alphabet people been through is small beans compared to what we've been through. And we didn't even get a flag. Matter of fact, we don't even get a Black Pride Month. We get a Black History Month, where they just keep repeating the same history over and over and over and over again. And even though I'm saying this, I don't want a Black Pride Month. That would be stupid. All I'm trying to say is the alphabet people can shut up now.
I love that I get to be the one to tell you this. I don't like that anybody has to say it, but I'm glad that it's me who gets to. You're wrong. Releasing tuck-friendly stuff and binders for kids is doing exactly what transphobes and bigots have been saying they want us to do. They're lying, but it's what they're saying they want us to do. Social transition. Say social transition. Kids are too young. If they're under the age of 18, they shouldn't make medical life-changing choices, yada, yada, yada. They should social transition. They should come to understand themselves and make sure it's what they really feel. This is what people on one side of the coin have been screaming and shouting and yelling at us for a long while. And Target did something. They exposed them for what they really feel. We've been screaming for a long time that it's never been about the children. They will always want more and more and more. You don't want kids to figure this out safely into adulthood. You want to eradicate us. You are just sugarcoating because you can't say the word eradicate. We all know that if you got rid of HRT for people under 18, and if you got rid of social transition, I don't know how you do that, but social transition for people under the age of 18, the next step would be getting rid of trans adults. We're not stupid. Americans aren't stupid. This is what you've wanted the entire time. Target is just living proof that y'all are lying to try and get your way because you know you might be able to swing people who do not believe in our eradication, but are susceptible to fear and anxieties that you guys perpetuate. Most Americans actually back the trans community. Even if they don't back HRT for under 18, they back the trans community and they back social transition. This isn't most Americans. This is one nut with a gun. This is American right extremism. Trans people have always been around, and we will never stop being around. Deal with it.
You know what I like to say to that comment? Then why do you guys keep acting like you just popped up? Stop talking about yourself already. We know you guys been around. We're wondering, what's the deal? Why is this so new to you guys? Why are you guys so interested in yourselves all of a sudden? You've been here forever, but you keep talking to us like you guys just fell out the sky. If you guys been here so long, please act accordingly. And how the hell did Target expose anything? Are you saying because they got backlash for promoting all that rainbow stuff and the baby penis tucking onesie? Okay, I don't think there was a baby penis tucking onesie. But the rumor is there were things for kids that did have some tucking stuff. Probably like bathing suits and stuff. And just because parents don't like that, that doesn't mean Target exposed anything. You see, we said social transition, and apparently you don't know what that means. That simply means the kid gets to call themselves a girl, act like a girl, dress like a girl. You know, to see if they like being a girl. That does not include repping the rainbow. That does not include tucking in their penises. Why, you ask? Because we don't want kids thinking of their genitalia sexually. All kids think of their genitalia as is, that's what I pee out of. And that's where we're trying to keep it. But for some reason, you want kids to hyper-focus on their genitalia. And we're saying no. And I'm sorry that makes you mad. But there's a great movie called The Sound of Freedom that will explain all this stuff to you. I don't know what it is, but every time we want you to leave the kids alone, you guys fight a good fight. So that's my emotional trans rant video. As you can see, when they get their emotions going, they become long-winded. And when they become long-winded, well, they just stack one stupid idea on another stupid idea on another stupid idea. And where did they get those stupid ideas? Well, from their own people. It seems like they refuse to use Google. I feel like they all meet in a little hole and just bounce nonsense off of each other till something sticks. But now that you know there's nothing crazier than the trans rat, all I need you guys to do is comment below. Tell me what you think. If you have an ectopic pregnancy, will a doctor help you? Or will they say you're on your own because I don't want to get sued because of abortion laws? Or did you learn any other dumb fact? But while you're telling me your thoughts, I'm also going to need you to hit that bell like the hunchback. Also click that hit checker button and sub ride with me. And I'll see you on the next trip.
Day and night. Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real.